Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to show you how I paint an eye using acrylic paint. So I already went ahead and sketched out a quick eye reference. I did that on a mixed media paper. Also, I will put all the brand names of the materials I'm using and where you can get it down on my description. And the paint I'm using is of course acrylic paint, and I will put down the colors on the screen. The brand of paint I'm using is called Liquitex Acrylic Paint. This is personally one of my favorite brands, but I believe you can use something similar that's not this brand and still get similar results. I'm going to get my palette knife and start mixing my skin tones using these colors I chose, and the skin tone I'm going for is medium tan. I have adjusted this for my preference, but you can still use these colors if you want for more of a fair skin tone or darker. This really isn't hard. Make sure when you are doing this that you have some darker tones for shadows and light tones for different lighting angles if your reference picture has that. The palette knife I'm using is not the greatest, but I was too lazy to clean my regular one, but I definitely recommend using a real palette knife. I'll put a picture on the upper right corner, but I'm doing fine just using this one. I'm also using a picture frame glass to put my paint on. So once you have all your colors ready, you can start painting. I'm going to speed up the video and talk you through it. So I'm starting off by painting in my darker colors and then mix in my lighter colors. This technique is what I'm comfortable with and it has worked for me. I have tried different methods, but this is what I've been sticking with. At first, when you are painting pretty much anything, it looks like a mess. You might even think, oh great, I give up. Don't give up. It will all come together, and trust me, I've had those moments before, and the great thing about art is that if you mess up, it's okay. Who cares? It's like that Bob Ross saying, we don't make mistakes, just happy accidents. That right there is 100% true. So don't stress yourself when it comes to art. It's a beautiful thing, and it's about creating something wonderful. Now, since we are using acrylic paint, I recommend having a spray bottle next to you. That way when your paint you mix for your skin tones looks like it's getting dry, spray a little bit of water on it and it should be good. So, I don't know about you, but I love drawing, painting, sketching, whatever, just doodling eyes. I don't know, for a long time, all my sketchbooks or anything on a notepad, you'll always see me draw or sketch an eye. No, I'm not part of the Illuminati if that's what you're thinking. There's this song that my son sings. He's 5 years old, and he got it from this show called Teen Titans. It's on Cartoon Network. It's a good show. And they sing like this song, and the lyrics goes, well, I'm not gonna sing it. It goes, when I look at you, I see the story in your eyes. I think that's perfect to explain why I draw eyes. Okay, so once you start layering your paint on top of one another, start blending everything in with water. If you see my hand go to the left side of the screen, I just have a cup of water there that I'm using to clean my brush, but I'm also using my wet brush to blend in my paint on the paper. So, of course, my reference picture is way different than what yours might be. I have less shadows on mine, but I have more light tones towards the inner eyelid and under the eyebrow. Also, the eyebrow isn't hard to paint. You want to go light on whatever color your brow is and then go darker. The paint brushes I'm using are just round tip brushes, so it helps with a few details I paint. Now at this point it might look a little cartoonish, but I'm working with layers here, so basically when I see where I placed my colors, I go back to the paint and repeat the process. So painting with acrylics shouldn't discourage you, it shouldn't scare you. It's a good way to practice painting and it's great for beginners. I definitely recommend this to everyone who wants to start painting. It's not that expensive, and even at the dollar store they have acrylic paints and you can practice with that and see if you like it. And then I know a lot of people say that acrylic paint is harder to blend in and it's not as the same as oil, and that's absolutely true. Acrylic paint and oil are two completely different things. With oil paint, it's a longer drying process, and of course you get better results in my opinion, but I wanted to show you how you can do a similar look by just using acrylic. Oil painting is not just the paint, there's more to it, like material wise. Acrylic paint is more simple and it's great for beginners, but with acrylic paint, like I said earlier, it dries fast. Also, I want to mention that go easy on the details of the eye. You don't want it to look too disturbed. So yeah, that's a little tip for you there. And also I wanted to mention that I did my eye color brown because every other picture that I've seen, or like a painting or a drawing, they usually do green eyes or blue eyes. No problem at all. I love details on a green eye or a blue eye. But I wanted to do something different. Not everyone has blue or green eyes because I myself have brown eyes. They're not light brown like the painting I'm drawing. It's a little bit darker, not like a demon dark, but you know what I mean. So on eyebrow you want to go in with a darker paint color. Just make like hair-like strokes to it and don't go very detailed on it. Just make it blend but make it noticeable. Same goes for your eyelashes. Your eyelashes don't go straight up, they kind of curve, and you want to go first light and then go a little bit darker to it. That way it can look realistic. Same thing with the whites of the eyes. It's not white. If you look at your own eye, you have like a grayish tone, sometimes like a little reddish tone, but it's not necessarily white. But other than that, our painting is coming together. Remember I said at first it looked messy, but if you could just keep on working with it, it would turn out something like this. Well, I hope you liked this video. I had fun painting this, and I hope it helped someone out there on learning how to paint an eye with acrylic paint. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down below what you want to see next.